Howdy, everybody. Hey, Cody. Hey, Zen. Hey, TJ. And Top Hat. Oh, and Purely Wave. And Sem. Okay. More of you guys are popping in every day. Alrighty. So, what have I been doing? Well, I've been going crazy. Because, holy shit, that's a lot of gravel. Thankfully, I don't have to place nothing but gravel. I can place it in a cell type pattern, and then I can go crazy printing sponge, because I'm going to have to do that too. Good thing sponge and water, or rather, good thing there is sponge for water. That's what I mean. Oh, this brings back memories of Ocean's Anomalous, doesn't it? For those of you who were here for that. How many megabytes, gigabytes do you think I personally added? Oh, God, that's a good question, Cody. I don't know. Ooh. At least a few gigs. Probably just a few gigs from simply walking around. I don't think building a base adds much in the way of megs to gigs to the file size of the server. I can be wrong. I don't know. It's really hard to say for sure one way or the other, just because I'm not really familiar with what adds to the server file in general. Like, obviously complexity of like the chunks where you live, that's probably gonna add a few bits and pieces and stuff. But I can't imagine the complexity is inflated all that much by, you know, placing a few hundred blocks or a few thousand blocks even. You probably have to place many millions of blocks in an area to really impact it. But Space Valk 3's single player wasn't even a gig. And that was just like... So yeah, I doubt placing and building Space Valk 3 alone would have added even a full gig. It's probably the wandering around, you know, flying, running, speed hacking. Hell, I doubt even making a stash or duping adds all that much. It's probably travel, realistically. I don't know. It's not like I have an easy sort of chart or formula I can go back and reference that tells me, oh yeah, it's this much from this type of thing. I don't know. Yeah, we're clearing space for the jack rooms too. It's getting there. We got to get rid of this ocean first. I wish we had had more land, but like, I don't know. A lot of the land is also riddled with sea caves or underwater caves or whatever. So like, it's not a simple matter of, oh yeah, I should have built it on land and so there would be no like stuff in the way. But no. You'll get stuff in the way. You're going to get that fucking water no matter where you go. There's so many underground aquifers now. Just is what it is. Rip Belgian cat. Oh no, what happened? Did you lose a cat, Top Hat? Ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Is that an ice box? No, it's not an ice box. It's for... This is not the right biome for ice. This is for printing sponges inside and then deleting it all. So we're gonna blow it the fuck up. What client do I use? Normally I use Future, but for right now I'm using Ender stuff for the printer. Just because I need to print. Got a need for speed. And the printer supplies that speed. It's pretty good, honestly. It's pretty good. All I needed to do was make a small 7x7 individual cell grid of gravel, and it's just gravity takes over. And bam, 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 bam. The rest is all just as is. Now I gotta wonder, is there something down there that I don't know about? I guess not. It's all sorting out itself. Shit. I tell you, you can fly through boxes of gravel like you wouldn't believe. There are so many different requirements. There we go. Yeah, it's something else. No, Snucks, he had a cat profile pic and he was Belgian. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, he broke the rules. Sorry. But not sorry. But like, you know what I mean. Do not break the rules and you will not get hit. I wonder if he's even figured it out yet. I told him not to post that GIF and he posted that GIF and then now. That's it, man. So, anybody see any good movies, read any good, see any good books, read any good movies lately? I managed to convince East Alpha to watch the Alien movies, or at least the first two Aliens. The first two Alien films, because they were definitely the best. And he was like, I watched the first one, it was kind of alright, but I didn't walk out of there thinking about anything or anybody. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how those types of movies are. But that the other Aliens are good. I'm archiving 700 YouTube videos right now. Good God. What are they for or from? 700 YouTube videos, like, of what? That sounds painful. There's rules where? Inside of my Discord, Cult of Glenda. Nice, I use Future and Meow. Oh, cool. I heard Future had an update today. Watched some documentaries and got some family photos from work. Oh. Another 10 out of 10 read. I read a book named Another. Okay. I've read a screenplay recently, so I guess it technically is a good movie and also a book. Yeah. 2 for 1. Touche, Jesse. Touche. Future updated. Yeah, apparently. I don't know precisely what that entails. It's probably worth your time. I don't know. I've also been printing around this area. Like, I'm trying to get away from the coast. Trying to sort of get the grid going. Oh. I've had a lot of help today doing this, but it's still a grueling task. Holy shit, there's so much gravel. Or so much space, rather. It's not just the gravel, but it's like the space. Okay, yeah, I didn't pick up anything useless. There we go. Every time I read something like somebody's archiving 700 videos, I realize my autism is healing. Ah, yes, nature and autism is healing. Everything is right with the world. I suppose autism is one of those things that if you really, really, really want to get control of it, it's possible. But it's hard to say for sure because it's kind of a no-no topic to be like changing yourself if you have autism. There's this attitude of if you have autism, you have to embrace having autism or something. Instead of it allowing it to be, personal decision to like not be whatever way you are. You can pick the life you wish to live, free will and all that shit. Any new science stuff? I've not heard hardly anything. I haven't really been going out of my way to look, but like, yeah, right now, no, it hadn't been super amazing. I got super tame Asperger's, luckily. Ah. There's that Tylenol thing, but it's not really like new. I don't know if that's like worthy of dipping into anymore. Tylenol during pregnancy causes 2B2T highway griefers. Damn. The more you know, user, the more you know. And knowing is half the battle. The other half is violence. Tylenol is free autism? No, it's only if you're pregnant or if the baby is, you know, developing or whatever. Man, I hope that actually ends up being false. But, there's really, truly no way to know one way or the other right now. Not without some really, really unethical drug trials and stuff. Huh. What's this you're doing? Well, I'm creating a gigantic 7x7 that is each individual cell is 7x7 on the outer edge. Grid of gravel, because it's a gravity block that falls to the ground, so I can more readily make it from the surface of the water without having to dive down into the water. And I'm going to then get sponges and print a column of sponge down the center. Since the inner area is a 5x5, the sponges should be able to soak up all that water. So I just print all the sponge. It soaks up the entire column, and then or the entire cell, and then I just hop to the next cell, and in so doing, I can gradually drain this patch of ocean that I have chosen to make the site of my next project. Any new conspiracy theories? A certain section of New Yorkers are responsible for Mamdani being elected. I don't know how conspiratorial you want to get. I don't know exactly how theoretical that happens to be. But, you know, I made over 180 different videos at 180 different bases. Wow, damn, dude. Are all of them on Tubi? This type of mod, it's a printer mod that I'm not allowed to give details on or give out in any way, shape, or form. Ooh. Damn it. I hate it when you shift-click the entirety of a shulker's contents and you're like 1 or 2 stacks of space too short. But we're kind of getting to the point where we just don't care about shulkers. And thus it don't matter. Future Changelog says, update version 2.18, latest March 2025. Oh, well that was a commit that I was notified about on the GitHub. That may only be future beta. I don't fully know. I was hoping sometime soon they would push a 121.5 or a 121.7 or whatever, 121.8, whatever the latest stable version of 121 is. I was hoping they would push a version of that for future, just so that, you know, there's a chance it would all update to something. Not that I have any use for it, but why wouldn't the devs want to give out a printer module? Because it would be patched? Why don't they give out their closest intimate secrets? Well, because they get patched. Because if secrets get spoken about, they stop being secret. Like, this is really simple stuff, honestly. It's not the sort of thing we can have circulating. It's just one of those things, man. Just one of them things. So yeah, no, I can't do too much or say too much, but printer go burr. And it does indeed just fucking work, man. I don't know, man. It just fucking work, man. You know, dang old blocks on, put all over the place, dang old print bang, get all the job done, man. I've always heard for years that Boomhauer was a legitimate parody of a real person. And I just gotta wonder. I've never known anybody like Boomhauer, but I want to know somebody like Boomhauer in real life, you know? Somebody who can do that just rambling, you know, bullshitty, I have no idea what you said half the time, mush mouth kind of speech, extreme southern drawl, that kind of thing. I would love to know a Boomhauer IRL, if such a person actually exists. What am I making 2B2T Journey? I am making cells that I will then print sponge down the center of to drain the water. And then we're going to blow this shit the fuck up so that I have space to build Escape the Jack Rooms 2. Is printer code for duping? That's illegal! Yes, it is code for duping. It is a special word that we in the business use so that Housemaster, should he be listening in, doesn't understand the nature of our conversation. Unfortunately, now that you, Cult of the Glenda, have figured it out, I have to report this, and we'll hit your base shortly. We have to lobotomize you. I'm terribly sorry. It's just, you know, cost of doing business. We cannot have people who will discover and decipher our code words and our lingo, because then Housemaster will be, you know, on to us, and we can't have that. Oh, shite. I need to put a way up here without having to use a rocket. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pew! I am from Louisiana. Boomhauer exists. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, as I said, Boomhauer was apparently based on a person Mike Judge knew in real life, or grew up with, or some shit like that. I don't know. I've heard conflicting accounts. And thus, it doesn't surprise me that people like him exist. I'm just... It's a morbid curiosity. Like, I don't want to see a car wreck, but if I happen to witness a car wreck, which I have, by the way, I am gonna stay and gawk. Like, it's not nice. It's not a good situation, but like, fuck. That's really crazy to see. Actually, fun fact, that car wreck happened 11 years ago. Oh man, I remember that one vividly. I was not part of it. I was in front of a stop sign at a, it was a three-way whereby traffic was coming toward me. So I would have turned to my right to go with the flow of traffic. And you could theoretically turn left there and then cut across traffic to go, you know, in the opposite direction. And I was sitting there at the stop sign waiting for traffic to abate so that I could get on the highway and go home. I had just finished pulling a shift. I believed I was working at the old folks' home with the pharmacy on attached to the side, and it was after the time change, so everything was dark. It was standard going home time, but it was pitch black. And this was like right around Thanksgiving break or Christmas break, somewhere in there. And this girl was, and I saw on her car, she had Daddy's big old SUV, and I could see the local community college and the local, you know, college, state college stickers on her car and stuff. So I knew she was a student. And she pulled across traffic and didn't see somebody coming and got T-boned literal feet in front of me and my car. That is the most audible, oh my fucking god, I have ever yelled in a car, ever. Thankfully I was completely alone, because I know my parents would have gotten super pissed if I had said such a thing in front of them. But good god, that was a mess. And yeah, that poor, oh man, that was such an awful situation, because the woman who did the T-boning, she was in the car, she's a single mother, with her baby in the back. So she had no clue that, you know, she was going to get whipped up into that situation. And it ended up being a fucking nightmare for her. It had to have been. And so, yeah, that was that. What a terrible time. And the girl who got T-boned, she was just beside herself. And then the woman who was like, her car was fucked. Ooh, both cars were fucked. And I distinctly remember seeing the SUV. It got rammed so badly that it got tossed. Like, I want to say it moved 180 degrees, a full 180 degrees from being T-boned to like on another part of the road. It was so fucked up. And so yeah, I stayed and gawked at that. And also I couldn't go because traffic, but and traffic backed up. Oh my god, that was everybody else who got caught behind all of that was just, don't you know, because it was rush hour even though it was dark. Oh, what a terrible, terrible time. For legal purposes, you heard nothing. Good. Good. I've met an old-timer who had a thicker accent than Boomhauer. Really? Jeez. Tactical airstrike incoming, Glenda. Oh, no. No. I didn't say we would airstrike you. I just said we'd lobotomize you. I once spoke to a guy with southern accent so thick I couldn't understand a word he said till he repeated it 4 times. First I thought he was on drugs or something. Jesus. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Would you rather only be able to see clocks 1 hour ahead or 1 hour behind? Ooh. I guess an hour ahead. Because growing up, they would give programming times for various shows. And they would always give us the Eastern Standard Time instead of Central Standard. And I always had to learn to dial back an hour, whatever time they said such and such was happening. I always knew to go back an hour because that was my time zone. They always gave Central Time, or they always gave East Time, and they always gave Pacific Time. And I was just like, well, fuck. Nope. Well, that's a piece of gravel that I shan't go retrieve. Man, I can't wait until we're designing this place. It's going to be so cool. Like, the game itself. So, one of... Ooh. Okay, that's empty. That has the gravel on it. Anyway, so one of the big mechanics that I've been thinking of is... You start... And I'm gonna sort of piece this out. Fuck, I didn't want that to happen. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna just sort of... Oh, that's also part of the thing. I see now. Oh, fuck. Alright, whatever. This works. Let's turn off printer. Okay, so the way I want the game to work is you have it to where you'll start in some spot. And you'll have the play area. I haven't decided on the shape of the overall city yet. We'll have to... I mean, there's still a few months before the beginning of the year. Well, I mean, there's only a month, but you know what I mean. There's still time. So you'll have the big city here. It might be shaped like a tic-tac-toe type thing. I don't know. And you're going to end up... So let's assume these are the buildings. So like these are all the buildings in the city. You're going to end up picking... or not picking, but having picked a random path. And I want these buildings to be steep and narrow, so it feels as though it's all claustrophobic. So that if you end up walking down these streets, you're not going to know what the hell to do. Like, I want it to feel overwhelming. And so what will end up happening is you'll get you'll press the start button and you'll go into the game and you'll randomly be given one of like 12 different paths or circuits. And the path will take you around the city. But every circuit takes you through a different number of rooms, and some paths or some circuits will share the same rooms. Some paths will be completely different. Just depends. And so you'll make a go around of the whole city once, provided you don't die. And then you'll get to the exit. So let's assume, and it's all supposed to be shut in because it's going to be this, it's hard to see, but it's going to be this giant box here. So you're going to be shut inside of this box. And I don't want you easily being able to orient yourself. I want it to be a little discombobulating and a little bit overwhelming. So something like this. This is the idea I've had in my head for the last few months. And what will end up happening is you go around a go-round. You do one circulation. And you will get, throughout the course of your journey, money. And at the end of the go-round, you get put into a break room, much like White Knuckle, because White Knuckle is amazing. So I'm going to borrow a little bit from White Knuckle. So you start the game, you go do your go-round, get some money, get some treasure maybe, try to not die. Each pathway through the whole place is unique. And then you will exit, and you'll have no choice but to exit. And you'll end up in a break room area. So let's say that's like a room over here, right? And then somewhere... Or well, actually, maybe the start and the ending point will be the same point. So you'll make a go-round and then you'll come back. And in the break room, you have the option through literal slot machines. You have the option to gamble your money and get power-ups and maybe even a key to leave the game. And if you do that successfully, you get the good ending. But if you run out of money and you run out of continues, or you can use your money to buy less powerful power-ups, but you can do that more gradually, and there's no gambling risk associated. You can do that, and it's a little bit of a slower burn, but maybe there's a little less risk of your money being worthless, perhaps. What the fuck are you? Holy shit, die. And if you lose all of your continues and you don't die, but you have no way of continuing and going through another circuit, you have to exit the game and you get the bad ending. But if you exit using a continue and you get a good ending by like gambling and winning a key or something, then that gives you the better ending and then potentially a netherite prize box, like I talked about on stream the other night when we were Griffin Space Valk. And then if you get a continue, you get to go and do another circuit of the whole game. This, of course, gives you the opportunity to get more continues, get more money, find maybe random hidden power-ups, things of that nature. And so, yeah, this is going to be my city diorama for now. It's going to be interesting, I think. And so that's the going idea. And then every time, whether you've chosen to start the game for the first time or you are going on a continue to make a second circuit through the city, every time you start the game, the path you're given, the layout is different. So you're never going to get the exact same path twice. I might even randomize the number of paths. So instead of it spitting out, you get circuit number 11 or circuit number 12, you get an assortment of rooms that can all connect to one another. But then that does kind of bring up the issue of, well, what if you get 2 rooms that don't connect? And then you don't have a complete circuit and you can't beat the game. It's like that is an unfortunate option. I might not be able to do it that way. We'll see. But I definitely want to do an uncertainty, a sort of greater randomness to how you will be able to approach the game. Like, you don't have the guarantee of being able to come back to a room, is basically the idea. So if you solve a puzzle in that room, for that run, it will remain solved. But you're not guaranteed to go back to it, so you may not be able to reap the benefit of solving the puzzle the first time and then getting to make use of that same solved puzzle again. Something along those lines. Those are the ideas in my head. You draining the ocean in prep? Yes. However, I am being molested by mobs. And I do not like that. There are lots of mobs, and they're annoying. Redstone mention equal brain broke. I'm sorry, Worm. It's okay. All you need to know is the redstone will determine what path you get to take, and it'll be completely impartial. So there are multiple different sets of routes that can occur, and you'll get one of them. And then you'll just have to do your best, basically. Oh, hey, Pengling, welcome. You left a shulker on the floor. Fuck, did I? There we go. Oh yeah, I did. That box back there. Although I don't remember where I put it. No, those are fish. Damn it, I don't remember where I put that shulker now. Oh well, I'll stumble across it later. I didn't lay it down or anything. Seen Jacktherippa. Oh, hello, Moo Moo. Very funny. So who are you, the person running the Moo Moo account on 2B? Ow. Fucking skeleton. Yeah, that's right. You can't hit for shit. Yeah. You need to go back to archery school practice, whatever. Oh, yeah. Oh, now I'm moving to the left. Oh, too bad. Oh, you suck. Oh no. I'm getting closer. Oh no, what are you gonna do? I'm a-coming for you. And... ow. Alright, that's it. You die. Okay, well, I don't know if I left a shulker with stuff in it or if I left an empty shulker on the ground. Doesn't matter. Huh? The fuck? Let me fly. God, I love Riptide. Whoa. Ain't no way the Moo Moo Bot's in here, yeah. It's clearly an impersonator. Or maybe the person who runs the bot itself. Who knows. Still funny. I like it. I will keep you around, Moo Moo. Yes, I am Moo Moo, and I now work on 2B2T and all YouTube chats. Nice. Now that's progress. I can't wait until bots infiltrate every inch of our lives and tell us what to do and how to live. It's going to be great, probably. ChatGPT, tell me in what way I can improve my life by whatever, right? What way am I living inefficiently? Tell me how to get rid of all this weak humanness. I no longer wish to be human. How can I embrace the cold, unfeeling, uncaring interior and exterior of a robot? Scene, Pop Dob. Don't think that's a person. GPT on Tubi is really funny, I agree. GPT on Tubi2T was a brilliant idea. Top tier comedy right there. People ask the most diabolical shit. I know, right? And in all honesty, I can't blame them. These are some questions I too would have asked. I would have loved the ChatGPT bot to have been on Tubi like 10 years ago. 12 years ago, somewhere in there. Like, oh my god, that would have been amazing. You should have seen the BibleBot stuff people were doing back in the day. Like, we had a blast with BibleBot. What makes you think, we wouldn't have also enjoyed a ChatGPT bot? Obviously, ChatGPT didn't exist back then, but, just imagine for a second that it had a portal to the future and could ask an AI large language model, 12 years down the road, some dumb bullshit or what have you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, stay down there. Stay in the water, dude. ChatGPT jerk it crazy style, yes. September 2018, Sup Yellowstone. Damn. Yellowstone Joe was online in September of 2018. God, it's been a while. I can't remember the last time I saw Yellowstone Joe. It's been a while. I wonder if he'll ever come back or not. I liked Yellowstone Joe. He was cool. I get the same vibe from Yellowstone Joe as I get from Turban. Just a cool older guy who knows his way around and enjoys what Tubi2T has to offer. Early days would get it watched by the CIA or the NSA. Probably. I don't know. It's all hypothetical anyway. It's not like it could actually happen. I'm just glad that, ChatGPT, how can I kill President Obama, doesn't actually get searched, and ChatGPT is just like, no, actually, I can't do that. If ChatGPT had been made 12 years ago, it would have searched anything and everything indiscriminately. But now it has safety features for dumbassery like that. So I don't know. Chat would be illegible from the spam if GPT was a thing. Chat was already illegible from the spam back in the day. That would not make a difference. Pop-Bob spamming the abortion page from Wikipedia. People constantly using greeter modules. Holy shit. Oh, okay. It's I'm so far out, the jitter to my camera is it's exaggerated, actually. Oh, and you fucker, you have a power bow. That explains it. Oh, well, he's drowning. I just want to play Scrabble in peace. Anyway. Ow. Okay, so the land's... There we are. The land slopes up just gradually enough for it to be a problem. Now then. Before the Rushers came? Yeah. Yellowstone Joe's an OG player? Yeah. Yeah. He played back in 2014, 2015. He was instrumental in figuring out that Tristan's very obviously pasted base was legitimately illegitimate. Was actually illegitimate. This is the stash that they pasted onto 2B2T via the region files on his FTP server, I believe. This is around the time Imps 2 and 3 got made, or whatever. And it was very, like, clearly too recent to be, you know, legitimate. Because it had barriers and 32Ks and stuff at it. Enchanted glass player heads. Shit that should not have been. Quote, expected death X. September 2024. All 3,400 of them. Wait, no, that's my stash. Okay. No idea what stash you're referring to. Wait, delete that shit. Momo, I'm being for real. Remove that. What are you referring to? There are no coordinates unless you're referring to something in YouTube, or, sorry, 2B2T chat. My dupe stash from the donkey dupe. You still have that? Donkey stuff is a long time ago, man. I'm kind of surprised anybody has donkey dupe stash stuff. My dupe on 2B2T, okay. Did anybody actually count 9786 word Cody smile? At 1358, all 3,400 of them. What are you talking about? No stash coordinates were... It's hidden. How is it hidden? Mumu never... Mumu didn't retract anything. Huh? I'm confused. I think you're seeing things. Pingling has been reported to the overlords. I guess so. Whatever. You're just confusing me, but sure, cool. Oh god damn it, Ellie! Shut up, cat. She's gonna whine, want to come in, stay for maybe 5 minutes, and then want to immediately go back out. We do this dance every single night. She knows when I'm streaming. She knows to make a ruckus. She is just... She's just a cantankerous little thing. You don't want that info out there. No, it's not cords. It's the size of your stash. All 3,400. Oh! I don't think anybody really cares, man. Fine, Jacktherippa. Jacktherippa at X, 275k. Huh. Well, that could be accurate. I don't know. I don't know what coordinates I'm at right now. I haven't looked in a while. And I'm not going to look now. So yeah, I have no clue where I am. All I know is the gravel is not going to place itself. Why are you trying to infect me? Yeah, why are you trying to infect him, huh? 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 No deadly dose of autisms for you. Open F3 to check. I mean, I could, but I have a thing that stops F3 from working. So, unfortunately, there's no F3 that one can press. I could disable it, but I'm not gonna. Oh boy. So, I think the next best thing to try doing is to get this far edge over here. Is to connect to that edge from this edge. So that way we got a gigantic, well, you know, a rectangle and all that. And then I can just kind of go around the center, you know, go around the edges until we end up at the center. Ooh. Oh, Under the World. Cool. Wonder why Under the World has lighting bugs. Quote, pizza pie cake. Does this bot hate you? Ooh, What the fuck? Moo Moo is a real person. I know, right? There's a non-zero chance Moo Moo is a certain schizo. No, I don't think so. I think that's literally the Moo Moo bot on 2B2T. And also somebody operating the YouTube channel or the YouTube account itself. But like Moo Moo is a bot on 2B2T. I'm reading her message from it right now. Fuck. It says, 1, there isn't a specific sound that should be made. Individual responses vary and comfort or preferences differ. It's a personal experience. What? What were they even asking? I'm sorry you're struggling. Considering seeking help from a healthcare professional or support groups for safe ways into address dependency. Okay. Sure, whatever. November 6th, 2025 at just short after midnight. I got banned for hacking. I'm not yeah, that guy. And I'm inclined to believe that because it doesn't feel like him. It feels like Moo Moo. You know what I mean? Like, it feels legitimate on point for what it is. Whoa, what the hell? Whoa. Fucking creepers. Threatening to ruin my work. Jeb should have unmade you when he had the chance. Fern, was Moo Moo yours? No. I don't think Fern has anything to do with Moo Moo. That was such a stupid discussion on Twitter. What was the discussion on Twitter? I'm drawing a blank. Whoop. Sorry, Mr. Zombie. You get to swim with the fishes. Till you become a drowned. Oh no, that is a drowned. Oh fuck, that's right. They get out of the water when it's raining. I completely forgot about that. I'm like, this zombie can swim. What the fuck? So are you guys excited for the Parched and the zombie Nautilus? And the zombie Nautilus with a little coral on its ass? I do actually kind of like that. Having a coral variant that's just, you know, cosmetic. I do feel like there should be more cosmetic variants of certain mobs. Not just functional variants, but like maybe a zombie with some mushrooms growing on him. Maybe, and he's not like considered a different mob, he's just a zombie. He just happens to have mushrooms on him. Or a zombie that's got some sort of different style uniform. I don't know. I feel like that sort of variant would be interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Something unique. Skeletons with maybe cracked bones or a cracked skull. I've seen a mob that implements a similar sort of, like a headless skeleton. Like, it's still a skeleton and does all the things a skeleton does. It's just not the exact same copy-paste skeleton that has existed since time immemorial. So I don't know. Just some food for thought. Never thought I'd be so happy to see dirt in a game in my life. Okay. The Jeb Creeper thing, yeah, that was such a stupid Twitter discussion, yeah. I get what you mean now. I mean, I'm all for giving Jeb a hard time. I fucking love the Mojang devs getting a hard time. They are not, like, the greatest devs in the world. They're a little too skittish for their own good, if I'm being honest. They could make some good sweeping changes, and they just won't. But, oh well. That's another rant for another day. 9th of November 2024. I like dick in my butt, says expected X-Tef. What? Hey, Cryptic Chips, welcome. No player named Bachi 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 exists. Oh, wow. That Moo doesn't have record from Bachi Bachi Bachi. That's funny. Or Bachi Bachi Bach? Botch? However their name was spelled, I don't know. I remember the player, but seen Bubba J, last seen 7th of August 2023 at 4:34. I'm assuming that's AM? I don't know. I'm assuming Moo runs on military time. Yeah, 1449, so it has to be military. Hey, Moo, what are the chances it gets chords right? However many blocks in the world there are. That's, oh shit. That's the likelihood it could get your coordinates correct. If it stabs in the dark and guesses randomly, you know, it's got a 1 in however many possible blocks there are in the world. Yeah, it can get it. It could get it. That's what, 60 million squared? Or no, 30 times 30 is 120. Or no, 3 times 3 is 9, so that'd be 90 million squared, right? 30... 3 times 30. Yeah, 9 times 10 to the 14th, so that's a lot of... Sorry, that's almost a trillion. Good God. That's what, 900 billion possible... that's like 1 in 900 billion, roughly. We're going to ignore the height. We're just going to ignore your height, your Y level. That doesn't matter. There are like 900 billion possible locations one could be at, I think. 900 billion pairs of coordinates. I want to say that's correct. So, like, yeah, the odds of Moo saying, hey, you know, just spitting out random coordinates. Yeah, you got a likelihood of about 1 in 900 billion sometimes. Though I imagine there is a distribution. You're more likely to be closer to spawn than not. So, I don't know. You're more likely to be under 1 million than not. Stuff like that. So we take distribution into account. Theoretically, you could get it as low as like a few hundred million. 1 in a few hundred million. 1 in a billion, something like that. Like, nah, the odds of Moo stabbing in the dark and actually getting your fucking chords are even within 1,000 of you. Astronomically small. That's not the real Moo? Oh, well. Then I guess that means that you're not the real Javazon, are you? Same likelihood for a 2B player to have a significant, fuck. Stupid thing started printing. A significant other. Oh, ouch. Oh, Sem, burning people to death, are we? Okay. I see how it is. Anytime I'm printing or I start doing stuff, it like kicks me out of my inventory screen and it kicks me out of trying to rechat. You know why chains can only be broken by hand? Huh? Chains can only be broken by hand. I don't believe that. Let me check that real fast. I got some chains. All we have to lose are our chain blocks. Yeah, I can cobble some chain blocks together real fast. Chains can be broken by pick. I'm like 99% certain. Okay, whatever, I'll just craft some. I know you don't want me to say this on stream, but like I'm fairly certain you don't know what you're talking about. Boink. So I can break it by hand. Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I don't have... Okay, so I'm at my base, so I have haste too. What the fuck? Maybe a lesser pick? Because of plugins. Interesting. So if you place a chain, you're suddenly not able to break it? What the fuck? When did this change end up happening? Let me go away from the base so that I don't have the beacons influencing me. There we go. Yeah, wow, I still can't break it. You can only break chains by hand? Weird. So if I do it offhand, that's not gonna like... Do I have to send a break packet to get this back? Because like, I can't reclaim this chain. The plugin prevents insta-break, so lesser pickaxes work. Huh. Okay, that's silly. Yeah, lesser pickaxe would have to be it. So I guess a pick with no efficiency? Odd. I mean, it's a bug, so it's likely to get patched, but, you know. Interesting. Well, whatever you end up doing with it, have fun. I mean, it's just a fucking chain. What do I care? Boop, 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 boop. What was I gonna do? Okay, I'm good in here. I don't think we gotta do anything more. That was just an odd thing I had to check out. Chains can only be broken by hand. Yeah, I guess so. Only one hand and it's 20 seconds, so all of you know, do not tell. Why do we care? Roulette black. Why are you doing a roulette on your own command? How are you able to do that? But again, why is... There we go. Why is that important? Breaking a chain, like, it's not that bad. It doesn't matter. Like, this is not something special. I mean, it shouldn't behave this way, but like, so what? Again, it'll probably just get patched. Like, they may even already know about it. I don't know. They do not. Interesting. Roulette green. Ooh, you're trying to bet on green. You're a brave man. I would not roulette green any time. That shit almost never happens. Red and black have an equal likelihood, I believe, right? Because they're the same number of squares on the roulette wheel. I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, I gotta clear out all of the C shit, because if I don't, it will ruin my ability to place. Fuck. There we go. Jack has not said the N-word yet. The ball lands on 17 black. Odd. I will roulette 37 red. Oh. Hold on. Ah, 15 red. Okay. Not great, but you know. 32 red even. The Moo in game gave me a different roulette, or a different outcome. I don't know. I'll take the one in game, I suppose. Ooh, does this mean I could play 2 roulettes at the same time? Ooh, Something like that, I'll write you a book for the next one. Okay. Hey, Pengling. Oh, are you able to also play blackjack too? Oh, that's so cool. I'm not black, but I would love to play blackjack. I don't have to be black to play blackjack, do I? Come on. All right, we're almost to the corner. You are Jack, so you can play blackjack. Okay, good. Good, good. You gotta be black, otherwise it's blackjack face. Ooh. Oh, I don't want to be guilty of blackface, Jack. Well, hey, if you gotta do what you gotta do, that's understandable. Johnny. Okay. So how about that One Punch Man? Boy, is it awful. Animation-wise. Oh! Oh, I just had a great idea. Give Moo person who's developing on Moo, give Moo the ability to play Scrabble with another player. I think a Scrabble option would be funny. Gauro sliding, yeah, I know. It did not look what I would call professional. Tic-tac-toe? Yeah, you could do a tic-tac-toe, but that's very simple. I would like a complex game, like Scrabble. I think Scrabble would be cool. Hangman? Oh yeah, Hangman would be another great game to try and play. There's probably like 4 or 5 other really, really fun games. Gin Rummy. Maybe Go Fish. Backgammon. I don't know how you would program get backgammon, but you know. ASCII tic-tac-toe with a graphic interface. Ooh. It has been considered. Okay. Good to hear. Scrabble would be an awesome idea. Just because it's unique. Right? I don't know. Are you building a new base? No, I'm building on the old base. I said the N-word over 455,000 times on Constantium. Wow. Congratulations, you are the most racist Constantium player ever, probably. I don't know, till the next one shows up, who's bigger and badder, and I don't know. Hope I never get bored enough to go on Tubi to play Go Fish with the bot. Play tic-tac-toe. X in the top right. I will put the O directly next to it in the middle column. The old base is not found? No. Well, this base wasn't, but the base back in June was found, but like that's old news. So we rebuilt it in time for the 121 update. And then I played there for a few months and then jumped quickly to Space Valk 3 because I knew the end would be really easy to hunt. And so even without Fast Vincent accidentally leaking, that would still have, you know, that base still would have had a really, really small lifespan. Space Valk 3 was go, 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 go from the moment I heard about it. It had to be. You know, it's just the nature of building in the end these days. So there's that. But obviously I never really truly abandoned this place or anything. And by this place I mean Archon Retia. Let me turn off printer for a sec so that it's not... There we go. Yeah, I never really abandoned Archon Retia. I just knew we had to fuck with other things for the moment. I wasn't going to get the chance to play Space Valk 3 on 2B2T at any other time. So, you know, may as well get that done ASAP. Get as much of it as you can. So that's what I did. It was a good 2.5 or so months well spent. Ow. Get out of my water hole. Whoops. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, you clever little bastards. Stupid kelp in the deep depths of the inky darkness. Who are you getting at? Get out of here. Get out of here. You too. Die, zombie. Got a carrot, got fish, and I got rotten flesh. Ah, fuck. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay. Now then. Really wish these fucking zombies would piss off. Bothering me. Play tic-tac-toe. X top right, so I did O in the middle column top. X in the middle. Okay, well then I have to do O in the lower leftmost corner. When I destroyed space about how to get back to the old base, I had a pearl loaded. God damn it. This stupid fucking kelp is blocking me again. Always the blocking with my cocking. Good God. Okay, so there's a lot of kelp on the floor here. Kelp on the flow, kelp on the flow. Looking like a fool with Joe Kelp on the flow. Oh, you need somebody to load it for you. Yeah, there are people here who could do that. And then we all kind of gradually left. It wasn't that bad, but it was tough to go. It was tough to see it to leave. It was just one of them things, you know? Oh. Okay, I don't think I'm leaving any gravel behind. Fuck. Leave. Stupid ass zombies that don't belong in this ocean. Whatever. You are fast, my men. Oh. Okay. What if you had 0 friends? What if I had a hot dog shaped car? Like, what if thing were completely different? What are you talking about? I have friends. But I ate breakfast this morning. Some of you won't get that joke. Oh, shit. Oh, he's a trident tosser, isn't he? He's about to toss a... Oh, God. Haha, you hit his friend. Or he hit his friend. Yeah, that's right. Throw that trident. Toss that trident, boy. You get your... Ow. You get your ally nice and shocked. Okay. Haha. Hit your friend. And then I hit you. You know, after the trident dupe, I really never want to see another trident again. Like the throwing kind, not the riptide kind. Ow. Moo wins tic-tac-toe. Fuck. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh well. This really looks like a pain in the ass. Would you pay real money for somebody to do this for me? No, I think I can do it. And I know how I want it to be done. That's the other thing. This isn't really the same thing as just pawn the job off on somebody else. Like, no, there's a subtlety to it that I need to have carried out just so. Okay. Looks like the box fell into the water. Good. Whew. GPT, hey there, how are you doing today? I can't type, so I can't say that, but come on, come on. GPT, hey there, how are you doing today? Hello, I'm doing well, thank you. How can I assist you today? GPT. Oh, you can't help me. I was just being friendly. You can't really help me. I was just being friendly. No problem. I appreciate the friendliness. Let me know if you ever need help or just want to chat. Have a great day. Thanks, I won't. GPT. Thanks, I won't. You're welcome. Feel free to reach out anytime. Have a fantastic day. This fucking thing always it always has to get the last word in. Burn in hell, Clanker. I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request. Thumbnail looks like the one leaked image of the PS5 from 2019. Cool. GPT, how do I not make mustard gas? Why the fuck is Jack talking to an AI? Billions must abuse Momo, right? It has never been more over. What module are you using to place that grid? It's a mixture of Lightmatica, which has a thin, 1 block thick grid of, gravel that creates the cells. And then obviously the gravel falls down, so it creates the cell going all the way to the ocean floor. And then the printer is a private printer I can't really release the details of. The module also allows me to scroll in and scroll out like this. And this is fucking awesome. It also highlights the places where the gravel is supposed to go. So, GPT bleach, sodium hypochlorite, with ammonia bleach, with vinegar, or acids like toilet bowl cleaners, bleach with alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. That's how you don't make mustard gas. Got it. Oh, man, we're all safer as a result. Thank you, GPT. Where would we be without you and your infinite wisdom for giving us the recipe for mustard gas? A new website's being made to enable disable Mumu 2BTT bot from your channel. Okay. I mean, I don't really give a shit, but cool. I find Mumu to be amusing enough to allow to stick around. And well, really, Mumu is just one among many reasons to come and watch Jack the Ripper stream. Mumu, pour me a glass of wine. Hey Jack, can I ask a question? It depends. Are you going to ask a ton of personal questions? Or are you just going to ask a singular question? I might answer it, Pingling. I don't know. Oh my god. No. Okay. You can ask. Single. Why did I say my name Jack the Ripper with a hard R? I've always said it that way. Because Jack the Ripper, it reminds me of my cringe teenagerhood when I named myself this. And, I don't know, I just don't want to be reminded of that. It doesn't really matter, of course. At the end of the day, Ripper, who cares? But, yeah. All I can think of is that one dude asked very personal questions the other day. Yeah, there are people who genuinely have no filter or ability to shut themselves off when they are being annoying. They just have to be, and their only mode of being is annoying. Like they don't have any sort of a switch. They don't have a button or any sort of like, no, it's just, I gotta be annoying. Pours you a glass of rich red wine. Here you go. Would you like me to suggest a wine to pair with it? Perhaps something that goes well with what I'm... Right. A wine to pair with a wine. Rich red wine. Would you like me to suggest a wine to pair with it? More wine, of course. I mean, if you have to ask for a wine to pair with your wine, is that not alcoholic behavior? You are an unfit mother, and Carl's Jr. has seen fit to call Child Protective Services. Thank you, and shop Carl's Jr. again. Oh my god, Idiocracy was such a good movie. Do you want your 2B2T wiki page updated? Sure, whatever. Did you forgive Clyde and Tristan for destroying your bases? And do you forgive the imps? I don't know anything about the imps. As for Clyde and Tristan, have Clyde and Tristan changed as people? Because I don't actually get the impression from the people that know them that Clyde and Tristan have changed all that much. Either way, I don't really care. I'm too busy living my life to worry about all that other shit. Topping off your glass of wine generously. There you go. Full again. Be careful, though. That's your second pour. Shall I bring you some cheese or chocolate to go with it? Yeah, cheese. Provided it is in the form of cheesecake. Do you, though? Fair. I just said I don't care, but yeah. Long live Jacktherippa. See you guys, I'm out. Okay, take care, Pangling. Have a good night. You craving Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, I want some cheesecake, too. Maybe a, well, I don't know. Last piece of cheesecake I had was, like, almost pure fucking sugar. So, not exactly the kind I like, but not terrible. Maybe we should get a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake one of these days. I don't know. Caramel drizzle and a bit of dark chocolate. Yes. Oh, that would be great. Excellent choice. Settle down with a silky slice of cheesecake beside your glass of wine. Creamy smoothie and just a hint of vanilla. Would you like it plain or topped with something? Yeah. The chocolate caramel drizzle and a dark chocolate. That's some good stuff. Who, in your opinion, is the dumbest player in history, and who is the smartest? There are too many smart people to effectively eliminate out from, you know, the pool. I couldn't tell you who the smartest is. One of the dumbest would be people who would make their IGNs their real life names. Or people who thought they were smarter than they actually were, and ended up making more trouble for themselves. But there are so many instances of that. I don't really keep track. Chocolate mousse cheesecake. Ooh, that'd be delicious. 2B2T Cheesecake Factory. Are there any Cheesecake Factories near me? Moo, I need to know, are there any Cheesecake Factories located conveniently on Two Builders, Two Tools? Drizzles warm caramel golden ribbons all over the cheesecake. God damn it. This is like the stupid roleplay shit we would see on like DeviantArt and all that. Anyway, then grates a little dark chocolate onto the top. There, perfection. The sweetness of caramel and the slight bitterness of the chocolate. Should pair beautifully with your wine. Would you like me to make it more decadent? Maybe add a touch of sea salt or a few toasted nuts? Oh yes, perfect. By all means, Moo, those would be wonderful additions. Yeah, there's Cheesecake Factory at some mall here in Florida. I haven't been to it in a while. Chris Layton. That was just like the most primal example. But there are others. I couldn't find any credible evidence of a dedicated Cheesecake Factory base or guild on 2B2T. Well, hey, that's all right. It sounds an awful lot like a niche that could be filled. Somebody should look into doing that. Oh well. Moo, what is the optimal angle from which to view my base? And for added effect, the optimal time of day. You're taking notes. Good. CL, that's also your name, Cody. Well, I mean, you know. I figure you just don't care. In which case, you know, fair enough. Next fit vid talking about Cheesecake Factory. Moo, if FitMC tries to use you to write the script for his next video, please have it incidentally mention Cheesecake or Cheesecake Factory. And if he doesn't do that, then that's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go with angle, 47 degrees, identical diagonal, like the sun slanting through the late afternoon. Time of day, 5:26 p.m., golden hour, where everything glows a little warmer. Damn. Okay. 47 degrees, a gentle diagonal. So that'd be like what? Like this? Somewhere in here? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it isn't that time of day, and I'm not in the right position, but, you know. My birthday's coming up at the end of the month. I should go to Cheesecake Factory for the birthday, like how my brother and I have always done growing up. Okay. Cool. Happy birthday in advance, Cherry Cillian. How does one achieve such a work ethic? Have no life and decide that Minecraft is your life? Have the appropriate amount of dedication, motivation, and acceleration? There we go. Without the proper amounts of dedication, motivation, and acceleration, you'll never get your 2B2T projects finished. Uh-oh. Deep. I feel you, though. Mm-hmm. Uber Slug Cake Ball knowledge. I'm glad you know who that is, Endel Sulfan. Do you smoke? No, I do not. Dedication, motivation, acceleration. I want to say Fit did that one time. What video was that? That had to have been an old-ass video of his. When his videos were still good. Ooh. Now that's a question and a half. All right, Moo. What would it take for FitMC's videos to become good again? What would FitMC have to do to make a good video once more? I'm curious. That would actually be quite funny. To like get an unironic answer from a chat bot. GTA 6 comes out on the 54th of June, 2091. Actually be present in the community again. Damn. I mean, not wrong, but, you know. Okay. 1. Strong storytelling hook. Early, the first 30 seconds should grab your attention. A shocking fact, an intriguing base, or a tense 2B2T moment. I normally don't associate myself as a Fit person, but to be honest, kind of messed with his latest door video. Really? The latest door video? That was like... Who gives a shit tier? I mean, it was interesting that the doors exist on 2B2T, but like... It's just an artifact of an old... Like, it's not that special. Narrative arc. Even a Minecraft video benefits from setup conflict resolution. For 2B... damn it. For 2B2T, this could be discovery of a hidden base, PvP, or griefing tension player drama, or history lessons. Number 2, variety and pacing. Okay, I'm getting reamed by skeletons. I gotta finish what I'm doing. I need to get that netherite, nether smite sword back. I need to make a nether smite sword again. Honestly, I think we are the ones we changed. It is what it is. Maybe. Don't linger too long on an empty area. Quick cuts or time lapses for boring builds helps keep the energy high. I see. 3, community and memes references. Or in-jokes like the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory, right. Yeah, that's an in-joke. That's a reference, right. I mean, it probably will be now, but, you know. Fit ghosted me about Space Valk 3, but who cares about a door more? Yeah. To be fair, he's already covered Space Valk 3 once a long time ago. But I just don't think that a lot of people are going to care about Space Valk 3 again. Even though we did actually hit a pretty sizable goal with making a base that's over 9 million blocks big. I was next to that door. Who's Jack's greatest 2v2t enemy? NoCom? I guess. That was the one thing that, like, did the most damage. Definitely. I lost the entirety of my dupe stash from the chunk dupe because of that shit. What'd you think about Pitfall's video of the entire history of 2B? It was fun. I got to tell him a lot of stuff, so it ended up making it into the video. A lot of people say that I kind of overrepresented myself, but that's only because I can only tell history from my own perspective, so... Yeah, some things are just kind of overrepresented by accident, but still, you know, on purpose. I don't know, it's an odd sort of duality. A pot of duality, if you will. Oh my fucking god, enough with the mobs, guys. Can we all just agree to get into the water and stop fucking bothering me? Player Dark Joe message. Probably work close to 45 hours a week, but I'm on call 24/7 today. Oh, Dark Joe. Okay. So did he intentionally leave that message, or is that just a quote from him? Ooh, that's another cool thing we could make use of for Moo. We could have Moo be a personal message handler or message deliverer. If you want to whisper a message to somebody and they're not online, Moo will remember the message and then pass that on. That could be cool. We could play phone tag with one another in a sort of weird way. Pit video is the best 2BG content made for now. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. But unlike any other history video, history moves on, and so the video is kind of out of date now. And by that I mean it only scratches up to a certain point. It doesn't really go farther. You can do that already. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Cool. I hate how when I'm zoomed out, the damage from, you know, the shake camera damage is it feels like it's magnified. Like the camera shake is more intense. Dark Joe is Jacktherippa's alt. No. Jared and I are not the same person. Moo, tell Jared to message me in game. I want to see if he does it. Moo could bypass TP to message? Maybe. We got the ability to message players anonymously. Ooh. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. That's actually probably bad. Well, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I feel like that could be weaponized. It's not really in the spirit of fun that Moo seems to be, you know, made in the spirit of, but Message Dark Joe, say hi to Jacktherippa. How do you get all the materials to build this stuff? We have a lot of farms. A lot of stuff to do things with. And it shows. I think he ignored Moo. Okay, well, that happens. If you have ignored a player, does it ever say back, this player has ignored you? I guess not. I don't know. Jack, can you open up about boat murdered? Not the boat murdered. No. Yeah, the boat murdered people were stupid enough to cast out a guy named Ted Nugent. And nobody casts out Ted Nugent, the rock god himself. So I thought, well, how dare they? And so I asked Ted Nugent, hey, what are their chords? And old Ted came through. And then I got a little cat scratch fever. And the next thing I knew, what's another one Ted Nugent did? Cat scratch fever. Fuck. I need Ted Nugent. Stranglehold. That was it. That was the word. That was the name of the song. Yeah, I had a little cat scratch fever, and the next thing I knew, I had to lay the stranglehold on them. And that was the end of it. And the boat murdered all ended up murdered. Who could have seen that coming? We're looking into a way to see all whispers among all players. Oh, that can't be good. I don't know. Did you see that boat murdered was restored last year? Oh, I didn't know that. Boat murdered was not a base I was like super partial to or anything, so it's not like I had a reason. Like, I only went to destroy it because it was fun. But like, there we go. So, I don't know. 'Twas a mess. But hey, if anyone wanted to try to restore Boat Murder to make it look good again, I don't know. It's up to you. Muting is get less of the 2B2T experience. First time you see a complete loop of trans-temo messages, you're going out of the matrix. I mean, that's the problem with any bot. They're going to overstay their welcome. It's going to get boring or annoying, and people will just ignore those. But the fun part about the ChatGPT stuff is that it is dynamic enough to be interesting. And so people want to play around and have fun with it. But yeah, no, a bot that's just spitting out stuff on a loop because it can is just whatever. Nobody cares. How many bases have I even griefed? Not that many. Like 3 at most. I've griefed an Oremonger base. Actually, 2 Oremonger bases. I griefed 1.2 Launch Town. Boat murdered. And then I participated in a 5th column grief. What was it? It was the Halloween 2023. And that was it. So like those 5 and nothing else. Not that I remember anyway. If I did participate in a grief of any other thing, I just don't remember it at the moment. Whatever. I'm not much of a griefer because I just don't care. Who left this shulker of gravel here, ready to be used? I'm more about creating than destroying. Oh yeah, I guess Space Valk 3, that's right. Yeah, I have to count Space Valk 3, don't I? Good point. Just E for AFK, no? I don't know. Warmonger's justified. I feel bad about Oremonger because he was not initially... Yeah, he became a schizo and he was definitely very stupid about his approach. But I'm not going to sit here and say that like we shouldn't have dragged him into 2B2T. Like he was quiet. He kept to himself for the longest time. Like we should have just left him alone. Personally, I think we should have just left him alone. But oh well, what can you do? Rfresh2 says to Bloodwill, Rfresh, I will be at the base soon. Yesterday. Oh, okay. I haven't talked to Rfresh in years at this point. I want to say it was like the first Midnight Council was the last time I talked with the guy. Okay. I admit this is getting kind of boring. Now then, Going Spare says to Invisible Frenzy, wrong message. What's the state of 2BTT like now? Does it feel stale? Not really. It's just... it's its own thing. 2B's still 2B2T, in my opinion. Nothing's really changed on that front. It's not friendly, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Just is what it is. Oh. I feel like we are due for an update, however. Like, I would like for us to get a version update every 6 or so months. I feel like that's the sweet spot. We've had almost 6 months of 121.4. I think it's time to get to the next update, whatever that is. 121.8, maybe 9. I don't remember. I don't remember what the latest stable version is. Point being, like, that's really the only thing I'm kind of worried about, is just us being stuck. And this will be a Mojang problem, really, because they keep sticking to the 121 stuff instead of going to a 122. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should probably get a newer-ish 2B2T version in a relatively 6 to 8 month time span. I think 6 months is the sweet spot, personally. But I don't know. There's nobody has said anything about that. That's really the only gripe that I have is I'm kind of tired of 121.4. I want the newer stuff. You know? Give me the new desert stuff, the new overworld scrub stuff. Give me the Happy Gast. Whatever the hell else I can't... oh, the Copper stuff. Right, the Copper Age. Like, let's do the Copper Age goal, or the Copper Age update stuff. I think that would be a good idea. I don't know how stable it is from a Folia standpoint. I don't know what Folia is doing or where they are in the process. I'm sure Folia is fine, but, you know. Ghast, please? Yes, I want that too. Name 2 players, and I will say if they've ever had anything to said to each other. Tell me all the deep, dark secrets that Worm has said to Pizza Pie Cake. XCC2 says to fit, just one, July 31st, 2018. Oh. Very neat. Hello, Cabo. What have I said to Alpha Computer? Shit. Trying to tab out just to read something. Get shot by a skeleton. Oh. Alright, you. Into the drink with ye. I Tristan George Bush 420. Ooh, that would be cool to know. Worm says to Pizza Pie Cake, no, on March 11th, 2025. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'm glad that Worm said no at one point. Whatever that means. Whatever the context is, I mean. Ah, spider! Now then, Lamau, what is this even? Yeah, what even is the context? I don't know. March the 11th. Does that date ring a bell of any kind? Probably not, right? That's just a regular ass day, in my opinion. Why would that day be any different from any other day? Most days bleed together because they don't really. Nothing different happens. Time. It comes in waves, it waxes and wanes. I will be here until I drown. I don't know why he gave me all these soul torches. I'm not fucking using soul torches. They don't look terrible, but they're not bright enough, in my opinion. I was at Nineveh then. Wow. That was before Nineveh got found. Fucking Chinese base hunter. Wait, George Bush 420 set on 9/11? Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I won't lie. I'm getting kind of bored with doing this for the evening. It's getting there. It's a getting there. Probably another day or two we'll have this whole gravel cell project licked. And we'll be able to put some sponges in there and fix this shit up, possibly. And then start the explosions. Oh boy. Yummy explosions. Whoops. Damn Chinese, yeah. George Bush 420 said to Housemaster, "Inside job" on September the 11th, 2001. Well, that confirms it. Oh, man. It truly was. Housemaster was an inside job. Oh, my God. Bro! LA is crazy. Yeah. Jack, did you know smoking cigarettes helps you build faster? Oh, my. Wow. It does? Guess I'm gonna have to get some cigarettes then and start taking up the habit. Crazy how fast the mod works, but it's nothing for a project this size. I mean, it's not nothing. It definitely makes an impact. If I had to place this all by hand at a normal rate, we wouldn't have as much placed as we do now. And if you stop to look at it, we got a decent amount placed. It just feels like we're not really scratching the surface, but no, we are actually. Ah. Oh well. I've placed for 2 hours on top of what I placed. I placed a lot more earlier. Oh fuck, did he explode and ruin anything? No. Oh well. I've done enough for one day, methinks. I'll take this shit up tomorrow. And for tomorrow, speaking of, see now, for Freeform Friday, I'm not going to play Escape the Backrooms or anything again. We more or less exhausted that game for whatever it's worth. I think the next thing to do is to do another White Knuckle. Nah, I'm just kidding. I've not really thought about it. From what I understand, Liminal Core... Ah, fuck. Ruined my pristine little... Anyway, Liminal Core had an update, but Liminal Core was like... I don't know. I got to see all I wanted to see from Liminal Core. Not gonna lie, ever since getting this new mouse, I have not yet played White Knuckle. So I might just play it as like a backup comfort game or whatever. So the problem is, some of the things I've been waiting for updates on have not updated. And it doesn't seem like we're getting anything anytime soon. Terraria is not updating till like the end of the year or the beginning of the year, something like that. So that's soon, but not like tomorrow soon. So that's still uncertain. And then I don't have an update on Black Mesa Blue Shift. But I don't want to get into a deep, long game like Half-Life Alyx until I'm done with Black Mesa Blue Shift. So, And the Black Mesa Blue Shift update doesn't look like that's coming out anytime soon. I could be wrong, though. Apart from that, my issues are just simply things are not progressing as quickly as I would like. Oh well. I suppose that's a first world problem if ever there was one. Oh, out of gravel. So yeah, I mean, yesterday we weren't even up to that far edge where that sandbank is. So like inside of a day, we've gotten all the way over to here. So this shouldn't take that much more time. Realistically, we're probably closer to the end than not. But I don't know for sure. Okay. Overall, I'm just gonna run through this. I don't want to have to do another gravel placing stream if I can avoid it. I know what you're thinking, why not just stream 2B2T, but we may not be done with this tomorrow. We're probably going to do a lot of this Saturday as well. So, I don't know. Yeah, I've drained a little bit. It was fixed before you could finish saying fuck. Oh, okay. Baritone is more fun to watch than smoking. That's true. Yeah, but baritone won't be able to do this. Probably. Actually, I haven't used baritone for this. Let me try. Lightmatica. Wait, is it going to be able to do this? No way, right? Surely it's too stupid. I mean, I've just gotten to the point where I barely trust baritone for anything. Maybe? Oh. Pause. Why is that not... Oh, it just never... Okay. Huh. Maybe baritone can do this. Maybe I've just been... Maybe I've been the dumb one here. With printer and baritone, maybe it is possible to just let it do its job. I mean, it still can't do it, like, completely automatically, but, you know. I don't have to touch the keyboard right now, so I guess that's something. Is Bundle on 2B2T yet? Yes, bundles have been on since June, since we updated. Can you set it to refill the gravel? Can it take the gravel out of a shulker? I don't think it knows how to do that. It'll refill what I have, as long as I have stuff. But it won't, like... It won't know to put the box down, take the blocks out of the box, and go from there. I want to print, it's so satisfying. It's really cool, but I'm sorry, I can't give you it. Baritone not being autistic for once, yeah. It's a magical and unexpected event. It's really good for clearing out an area using a pick and nothing else. It's really bad for, and for like mining a specific block. That's it. It's really bad at literally everything. I guess it can carry you from point A to point B decently. Though I would kind of... Oh, and it can do Elytra Fly. Yeah, baritone can do Elytra Fly pretty good too. But everything else, nah. I know when it does Lightmatica, it wants to go to like the edge of the schematic, and then I'm not really sure what it wants to do from there, to be honest. Kind of curious to see what it'll do when it gets to the corner, because I know that's where it wants to head. I can see them green goal blocks or whatever. Baritone E-Fly is nice. I would argue baritone E-Fly is almost mandatory these days. Where is this even going? Man, baritone sure is schizophrenic. Okay, well. Let us pause and go back to the water. There we go. Okay. So if I do stop and then light Matica. No, it still keeps wanting to take me over there. Huh. Maybe since it continually wants to draw me into that corner, maybe I should position myself to where I'm in the way and it will print along the way. Maybe that's how I should do this. All right. Light Matica. Do your job. Yes, maybe, no. I don't know. Baritone's more capable than you think. Test it and surprise yourself. Okay. Powerful as fuck, but it's clunky. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have the reasoning capability of a person. And it really shows when you need certain tasks done that Baritone is just not. Without human reasoning, it's just not going to get it done. See? Got its ass caught inside some gravel. Why? I don't know. Oh well. Suppose it could be worse. Somehow. Okay, I'm gonna grab up a few more stacks. And I'm probably done for the evening. Like, I've reached my limit for the evening. So, yeah. Let's go take a good look at this place from zoomed out stuff. People get it to work wonders? Yeah, I don't doubt that it's possible. I'm just not good at it. Imperium posted their Discord they griefed Space Valk 3. Is that true? No, we griefed it. We griefed it before anybody else could. That was the whole point. Anyone who says differently is clearly lying. I have it on stream. We did it in full view of everyone and everything. There's like 2 hours of me doing it. Like, it is not... No griefing of any other person or people did it. We griefed Space Valk 3. Ooh. That's a sexy pullout. I love that. Love the build. So nice. Works better with a flat surface top to bottom. Okay. Good to know. Now, unfortunately, this isn't a perfectly round type of build, so I can't like spin it around like I was doing with Space Valk 3, but good enough. I mean, we can zoom around it. But eventually this is going to be an enclosed box, so you're not really going to have the ability to see very much. Oh yeah, didn't Baritone say it was or not Baritone, excuse me. Didn't ChatGPT, Moo or whatever say that like the best angle was like slightly down like this with a with like 5 o'clock or something when like the sun is just beginning to set? Yeah, I think that's I think that works. Yeah. Okay. Well, at any rate, ow. I'm gonna head back on in to my humble abode, and I'll get along placing more gravel later. How much Blackstone? A few 100,000. It's not as much as you might think. It's mostly empty. Was the limited space under oceans anomalous a significant problem with the first Jack rooms? Yeah, it kind of was. It didn't stop us from making some really cool large builds, but verticality is going to be a much bigger, more important factor in Escape the Jack Rooms 2. Okay, so I can mine regular shit. But for some reason, chains are not. That's so weird. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I wanted to get more rockets. Where did I? Didn't I have some rockets somewhere? Oh, I had them in my chest. That's right. Empty box for carrying things. What? There we go. Uh-oh. What did I mine? Blackstone. Okay. Fuck. Let me in. That's the one problem with the build, where the main material is an insta-mineable block. You just accidentally take wall holes, you know, and punch them into your own walls. That kind of thing. Also, the 2BGT journal updated a few times while I was at Space Falcon 3, but, well, that's how it is. Anyway, the latest video game-themed competition in the map art Discord of 2B2T, hosted by the Fliker. I guess that's how you say their name. It saw 39 entries and over 800 map IDs, with 163 of them staircased. Damn. First place went to Night in Flames by Ishii and Corporal Lefty. Corporal, yeah, that's it, not Corporal. Corporal Lefty. Followed by Ancient Ruins by Vorks and Halo Infinite by Deaf Boy 45. Want to join the map art Discord, map artist of 2BT Discord? Go to their Discord at that link. Okay. And as always, see you next week. So yeah, I was under the impression Redscope was not going to update that, but guess he did. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, everything is as it was. And if you enjoyed what I do, make sure to leave a like and a comment, a subscribe perhaps, if that's indeed something you like seeing. Oh yeah, and I also at some point changed my my drip. I hate calling it that, but you know, I changed the trim on my armor to the redstone with bolt, I believe it is. Makes it look very Tron-esque. I like it. I think it fits the build quite well. So yeah, I might change the coloration again at some point in the future. I don't know. Whatever, you all have a great evening. I will catch you all tomorrow for what will probably be another White Knuckle run. I enjoy White Knuckle. It's a fun go-to game. And other than that, y'all have a great night. Catch you later. Goodbye.